All right, my beautiful Aries warriors, gather close and listen with your whole heart. Are you feeling the ground shift beneath your feet? Can you sense that a monumental chapter has just slammed shut, perhaps with a force that knocked the very breath from your lungs? I'm talking about a separation, an ending, a breakup that felt less like a gentle goodbye and more like a battle lost. But what if I told you that what you perceive as a defeat is actually the universe clearing the entire battlefield for your greatest victory yet? Yes, you heard that right. A soul may have just walked away, and you may be staring at the silence, thinking it's a void, a loss. But it's not, my brave Aries. It is the beginning of everything. Because right now, a tidal wave of fortune, a surge of unstoppable abundance, is silently gathering force. And it has your name written all over it. This isn't just a breakup, it's a breakthrough. And the river of prosperity that's about to flood into your life is no accident. It is a cosmic confirmation, a divine signal from Archangel Ariel, the glorious angel of abundance, that your time is now. Have you been feeling the echoes of this ending? A sense of being stalled in your tracks after charging forward for so long? Perhaps you've been questioning your own strength, your own direction. Well, let me tell you, that feeling is the quiet before the storm of blessings. The universe is asking you to pause, to catch your breath, because where you're going next requires a whole new level of power. If you feel that resonance deep in your soul, that spark of recognition, then do me a favor right now. Let the universe know you are listening by typing, "I am ready for my victory," in the comments below. And if you haven't already, press that subscribe button to join our Astrology Unlocked community so you never miss these life-altering cosmic transmissions designed just for your magnificent soul. Now, before this wave of prosperity can truly reach you, the cosmos is asking you to release something. Are you ready to hear what it is? Take a deep breath, my friend, and listen closely, because what you must let go of may not be the person who left. It is the old battle plan. It's that outdated version of yourself, the warrior who kept fighting a war that was already over. You, magnificent Aries, are a force of nature, a trailblazer, the one who initiates, leads, and charges headfirst into life. Your identity is so often tied to the fight, to the forward momentum, to the mission. But what happens when the mission changes? You've been pretending to be okay, forcing a smile, wearing your strength like armor, because you're terrified of what happens when you stand still. You fear that without a battle to fight, you have no purpose. But I am here to whisper this truth from my soul to yours. You were not born to be in a constant state of war. You were born to be a creator, a leader of a life filled with passion, joy, and purpose. Your energy is a sacred fire, and it is not meant to be wasted on battles that no longer serve your soul's evolution. You, my dear Aries, live with a fire that few can comprehend. You don't just experience life, you ignite it. You are a blazing sun, a force of will, a being of pure, unadulterated action. And because of this, you often define yourself by your external victories, by the mountains you conquer and the challenges you overcome. But in doing so, you sometimes forget that your greatest power lies not in the fight, but in your ability to choose which battles are truly worth your divine energy. Something cosmic is shifting for you. For too long, I have seen Aries souls like yours walking through life, carrying the immense weight of responsibility, believing that to be vulnerable is to be weak. You put on a brave face for the world, while privately, your spirit yearned for someone to simply ask, "Are you okay?" and truly mean it. Well, I see you. The angels see you. And Archangel Ariel, the radiant angel of abundance, has appeared not to promise you a far-off miracle, but to remind you that the miracle has always been you. It was just buried beneath the rubble of old battles, beneath the times you sacrificed your own fire to keep others warm. Do you know why that stream of abundance hasn't fully reached you yet? It's not because you aren't worthy or capable. That's an impossible thought for a soul as powerful as yours. It's because you've been holding on to an energetic frequency of struggle. A warrior who only knows war cannot resonate with the frequency of peace and prosperity. A soul that is always giving its energy away in a fight cannot be open to receiving the boundless gifts the universe is dying to give. And so, Archangel Raphael, the divine healer, now comes to your side. Imagine a gentle, emerald green light surrounding you, placing a soothing hand on your warrior's heart, the very place where unspoken frustrations and uncried tears have been locked away for far too long. The place where every setback felt like a personal failure. But this, my friend, is just the first step in your magnificent rebirth. Breathe. Take a truly deep, cleansing breath and give yourself permission. You don't have to heal perfectly overnight. You just have to be willing to lower your weapons for a moment and allow the healing to begin. I used to believe that overcoming pain meant ignoring it and just charging forward as a true Aries would. But I've learned that sometimes true strength is found in the stillness, in the moment we dare to look at our wounds and whisper, "I am here, I see you, and I will tend to you now." This journey back to your authentic power holds another secret, a key to unlocking everything. Dear Aries, if you've ever felt that relentless drive, that burning impatience, it may be your soul urging you to come home. Home to your own truth, home to what you truly desire, not what you've been conditioned to fight for. The moment you dare to face this, the miracle truly begins. I want to invite you, right now, to write down a declaration, a new battle cry, just for you. It doesn't have to be elaborate, just fiercely honest. For example, I no longer fight for what drains me. I am a magnet for joyous victory. I allow myself to receive the abundance that is my birthright. Write it down, say it out loud. Feel the power of those words in every cell of your being. This will be your signal to the universe, the flare you shoot into the sky, announcing that you are ready for a new campaign, one of prosperity, joy, and soul-aligned purpose. And once you've declared it, just pause. Feel what your soul has just been freed from. Because sometimes one fiercely honest declaration is all it takes to ignite an entirely new destiny. Do you feel that? That quiet shift from warrior to sovereign? If the answer is a resounding yes, leave a comment with the words, "I am victorious," as a vow to your own magnificent soul. This isn't for me. It's for you to witness your own powerful decision. Now, have you ever asked yourself why you feel so utterly exhausted even when you're not in motion? Why you feel a burnout that sleep alone can't seem to fix? Let me share a secret with you. There are energies you carry that are not your own. Because you are Aries, the leader of the zodiac, you often take on the energetic burdens of your tribe, your family, your team. You don't just lead them, you absorb their fears and their doubts, carrying them as if they were your own. You see their struggles, and you instinctively want to fight their battles for them. And in doing so, you lose fragments of your own precious life force. This is the moment you must return, not to the past, but to your own sovereign energy field, the place where you are no longer defined by the battles you fight for others, but by the glorious empire you build for yourself. I share this from a place of deep knowing, having watched so many powerful souls like yours deplete their fire by living on behalf of others. Not all exhaustion comes from your own efforts. Sometimes you're tired because you are carrying the weight of an entire army on your shoulders. And that is why the magnificent Archangel Chamuel has appeared. He arrives not with pity, but with a powerful transmission of unconditional love. He comes to remind you that you are worthy of a love that is your equal, a love that is fierce, real, and does not require you to diminish your own flame. Imagine a soft, rose-pink light enveloping your heart. Chamuel is healing the old fractures, the wounds from loves where you felt you had to be the strong one, the one who always initiated, who always pushed things forward. You once held on tightly to a connection because letting go felt like admitting defeat, didn't it? But a true, divine partnership is not a battle to be won. It is a sacred alliance. A healthy connection fuels your fire. It does not demand you use it to keep someone else's world lit. Now is the time to choose yourself again. Without waiting for an apology, without needing anyone's permission. Simply because you know this to be your truth. The soul's greatest lesson for an Aries is not just learning how to fight, but learning how to receive support without seeing it as a weakness. And when you truly choose your own sovereignty, the universe begins a grand reorganization in your favor. An opportunity is coming, a new project, a meeting with an influential ally, a sudden idea that feels like a divine download. This is not a coincidence. It is the direct result of your courageous rebirth. But for this new empire to be built, you must first clear the grounds. And that means daring to walk away from the energetic drains that have been depleting you. Even if they have been in your life for so long, you mistake them for part of your identity. You know who they are. You don't even need to name them. Just thinking about them makes your energy field feel smaller. Your fire dims. That is your soul's signal. And the mighty Archangel Michael is arriving to hand you his sword of truth, to help you sever those cords yourself. Imagine a brilliant sapphire blue light swirling around you, forming a cloak of divine protection. Michael doesn't force you to walk away. He simply places his hand on your shoulder and says with unwavering clarity, "It is time. Choose your own energy. Claim your power." You, brave Aries, often forget that you are so much stronger than your fears. You have survived battles that would have crumbled others. You have risen from the ashes time and time again. That is your superpower. But you cannot imagine what is on the other side of this release. I used to think that letting go of people or situations was a sign of failure. But I now understand that holding on to what no longer aligns with your highest mission is the only true failure. When you begin to release what burdens you, the first feeling might not be relief. It might be a strange, unnerving silence, the quiet of a battlefield. After the fighting has stopped, you might hear the echoes of what once was. And in that sacred stillness, the universe is preparing to give you your new orders, your true mission. That silence is the space where you are being reborn. If, at this moment, You recognize a part of yourself that has never been named. I invite you to write down something you are now ready to release. It could be a person's name, a limiting belief, a habit of self-sacrifice. Write it down, because the moment you name it, you reclaim your power over it. And if you feel yourself entering that quiet void, know that it is a holy and beautiful space. Your soul is doing something incredibly brave. It is recalibrating, re-strategizing, and preparing for its next great launch. I'm not just sharing this as an astrologer. I'm sharing this as a soul who once fought through my own internal wars, those seasons where I thought my own fire might go out. And it was only when I stopped fighting and embraced the stillness that I found my true strength. It was in that emptiness that the universe had the space to deliver my true mission. I learned a truth I carry with me always. Not every wound needs a battle. Some wounds just need the space to heal. You don't need to understand why it hurt. You just need to allow yourself to feel it and then let it go. Archangel Michael is still standing with you, not with force, but as a silent, powerful sentinel. He whispers to your warrior spirit, you do not have to hold the line anymore. You don't have to prove your strength. Simply being authentic in your power is more than enough. And I want to add this as a truth I had to earn. You do not need anyone else to validate your path in order to walk it. You just need yourself, brave enough and true enough to never again betray your own soul's calling. Dear Aries, you are changing, not into someone new, but into a version of yourself that is more potent, more authentic, less forcing, less fighting for validation, less fearing of stillness. And this very shift is making some people uncomfortable. They knew you when you were constantly in motion, when you were fighting their battles, when you said yes to things that drained your spirit. Your evolution is a mirror, and not everyone is ready to see their own reflection. But that does not mean you are wrong. It is simply proof that you are ascending. A lesson I believe every soul must learn is this: true power is not learning how to endure more, but learning when to walk away from what is not your fight without guilt. You no longer need to stay in rooms where you have to shrink your fire. You don't have to engage in conversations that deplete your energy. You are enough. Your presence is your power. And then, in that sacred silence you create, a new connection is drawing near. Not with drama or intensity, but with a steady, powerful, and peaceful flame. A soul will come not to be rescued by you, and not to rescue you, but to be your ally, to run alongside you, like two comets streaking across the sky, each with their own glorious light, making the journey brighter together. You will recognize them not with your mind, but with the calm, steady beat of your warrior's heart. When you are near them, there is no more anxiety, no more need to prove yourself. And if you are currently in a relationship, trust that this period of change can be a rebirth for you both, as long as you have the courage to speak your truth without making it an accusation. Archangel Chamuel is here to facilitate that, to illuminate the truth that may have been avoided. You can love without losing your mission. You can commit without sacrificing your sovereignty. You can belong to a partnership and still be a whole and powerful individual. If your heart feels reminded of something deep and true right now, place your hand on it and declare, I give myself permission to love and be loved by an equal. And now, let's talk about your divine purpose. Not just a career, Aries, but your mission. Every Aries is born with a sacred spark, an ability to initiate and lead that can literally change the world. But how long have you been putting that true mission on the back burner, fighting smaller, less important battles? How many brilliant ideas have you dismissed, thinking you weren't ready? It is time to stop waiting for permission. The only sign you need is the fire you feel in your soul when you think about what you were truly born to do. And that brings us to money. That resource you have often seen as something to be won, to be fought for. But the truth is, money is simply energy. And when you liberate your own energy from pointless battles, the energy of abundance flows to you effortlessly. Why? Because the universe does not reward struggle. It responds to alignment. When you begin to vibrate at the frequency of your true sovereign self, when you declare, "I am worthy of being richly resourced for my mission," money finds you. Not as a random prize, but as a natural consequence of your powerful alignment. An incredible opportunity is being sent to you now. An unexpected stream of income, a proposal from an influential ally, a door flying open right when you needed it most. None of it is random. It is the result of you finally choosing your true self. The archangels Ariel, Raphael, and Michael are working in a divine trinity for you. Ariel is unlocking the gates of abundance. Raphael is healing your warrior's heart. And Michael is ensuring you stay true to your sovereign path. But the gate only opens when you take the first step. Write down what you truly want to create. Say it out loud. Feel it as if it is already done. I used to think this was foolish, but I realized that when you dare to speak your true mission with fire in your heart, that's when the entire cosmos mobilizes to support you. Ask yourself these three things, brave Aries. 1. Is what I am fighting for today bringing me closer to the empire I want to build? 2. Does the energy I'm living in feel like victory, or does it feel like a struggle? 3. Has my true dream died, or is it just waiting for its general, me, to give the order to advance? You are entering a new era, a time where you can feel without being consumed, love without losing your power, and create without needing anyone's approval. This is your life, and the next chapter begins the moment you decide. If you are still standing, still shining your light, even with a few battle scars, please know this: you are not just living. You are a miracle of resilience. And now, it is time for the miracle of abundance to return to you. Before this message ends, I invite you to perform a simple, powerful ritual. No tools needed, just your own indomitable will. Stand tall, close your eyes, and feel the fire within you. Then say these words out loud, like a royal decree. I am ready to release the old wars. I am ready to receive my divine resources. My soul has chosen its true mission, and my reality is now rearranging itself to match my command. I am the architect of my destiny, and so it is. This is not just a sentence. It is an activation, an unlocking of your destiny. It is the end of all waiting and the beginning of the life you were born to lead. This is your moment, Aries. Do not doubt. Do not hesitate. Do not postpone what your soul knows is true. Step forward. Claim your throne. Live like the magnificent, fiery soul who knows their light is desperately needed in this world. Because it is. You are needed. You are the light. And your reign begins now. Thank you for walking this sacred path with me today. If you are still here, it is because your soul is ready to live in its fullest expression of truth, light, and power. May you always walk in victory, with a heart healed and a fire that lights up the world. If this message ignited something within you, leave a sign, a comment, a like, or a subscription as a way of declaring to the cosmos, I am ready to claim my empire.